In her current ongoing series, Captain Marvel is taking on Vox Supreme, an alien conqueror who's been using his black suit to mind control some of her closest allies. After being captured herself, Carol Danvers managed to create an energy form of herself separate from her physical body that appeared as her binary form. After freeing her friends, Captain Marvel became overwhelmed by Vox Supreme's forces, leading the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy to join the fight. In the process, they flipped Avengers Endgame on its head and are helping the hero take down the monstrous villain once and for all. In Captain Marvel number 36, Captain Marvel huddles with her fellow heroes to come up with a plan to stop Vox Supreme. Hulkling joins the fight and asks about his father, Mar-Vell, returning from the dead, as Carol Danvers tells him his reappearance was just a ploy by Vox Supreme. The Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy agree to fight together alongside the Marvels and Captain Marvel's new separate binary form, in a fight that's basically Carol's personal version of Avengers Endgame. Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, Captain America, and Thor are among the heroes who agree to fight back in the situation. Meanwhile, Captain Marvel works with Iron Man to ensure their attack against Vox Supreme ends with him not escaping. Official description for Captain Marvel, 2019, number 36. The last of the Marvels finale. A fight so big we had to add an issue. It's all hands on deck as Carol teams up with the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy to take down Vox Supreme. But Captain Marvel's surprise ally is someone nobody expected. She's about to change everything, and it all starts here. Don't miss this epic finale as an explosion of heroes takes on the battle to save not just the Marvels, but the Marvel Universe. DC stunned fans when they revealed the upcoming death of the Justice League, which will happen in Justice League number 75, and now they've revealed the massive event that will follow. Today DC Comics revealed all the details on Dark Crisis, a 7-issue event that will spin right out of Death of the Justice League and will kick off with a special free comic book day issue in Dark Crisis number 0. Dark Crisis is a monthly event that will be written by Joshua Williamson, drawn by Daniel Sampier, colored by Alejandro Sanchez, and lettered by Tom Napolitano. The story traces back all the way to the original Crisis, as an ancient destructive force known as the Great Darkness has been revealed to be behind some of the universe's most instrumental and darkest moments. Now Pariah will attempt to use that force to eliminate Earth-Zero and restore his homeworld and the infinite multiverse. The heroes who are left must team up to face this ancient evil, but it remains to be seen if everyone is up to the task. Dark Crisis is an epic DCU event about legacy, said writer Joshua Williamson. It will have all the giant, fun cosmic battles and multiversal set pieces, but it's not about reboots, retcons, or rewriting time and space. At its core, it's about the characters and the relationships that we've seen built over DC's great history. Dark Crisis spins out of Justice League number 75 Death of the Justice League and connects all the story threads across the DCU since Infinite Frontier number 0 in a major way. Unifying the new legacy of the DCU as we honor the classic. You can't miss it? To me, Dark Crisis is a big celebration for all DC fans, said artist Daniel Sampier. It's a huge event full of epic heart, an event that embraces the past while looking to the future. Joshua and I are the biggest DC fans, and this is our love letter to these characters and this universe. Debuting in the miniseries first issue, this variant of Dr. Octopus appears to be an amalgam of the six-armed villain and Doctor Doom, while also having the powers of Doctor Strange by being his universe's Sorcerer Supreme. In A Devil's Reign, Superior 4 number 2, this auto reveals that he keeps a watchful eye, actually, many eyes on the multiverse, ensuring that his other variants do not cause chaos. One that he is keeping a close watch on, even taking a moment to threaten, is the main Otto Octavius of Earth 616. After Wilson Fisk aka the Kingpin enacted the Powers Act as New York City's mayor, superheroes were outlawed and half of the Fantastic Four were captured while the other half went on the run. Fisk gave Doc Ock access to the Baxter Building, which has allowed him to use all of Mr. Fantastic's technology and pull in variants of himself crossed with heroes like the Hulk, Wolverine, and Ghost Rider to form a Superior Four. Last issue revealed Otto's true reasoning for adventuring across the multiverse, which is what brought him into the crosshairs of the Supreme Octopus. Doc Ock seeks to find superior versions of himself, kill them, and steal their knowledge. Devil's Reign number 4 revealed that Ock has been using the knowledge he attains to build new kinds of technology, such as robots that patrol New York City. In the previous issue of Superior 4, he murdered a version of himself who continued to be the Superior Spider-Man, implying that his hunt was far from over. The Supreme Octopus felt this death, and claimed that it was finally time to act against the 616 Otto. Of course, this isn't the only Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Doom variant to appear in the last year. The Avengers have been facing a multiversal Masters of Evil, with one its members being another Sorcerer Supreme version of Doctor Doom, Doom Supreme. In a February 16's King Conan number 3, the savage Cimmerian finds a woman marooned on an island of the undead, the same island he himself is now marooned on, that calls herself Princess Matoka. Historians note that Princess Matoka is a common variation of the name Matoax, which some believe was the actual birth name of Pocahontas. That would make Matoka a somewhat anglicized version of the name transcribed by contemporary chroniclers. Now, King Conan's Jason Aaron is no stranger to Native American culture. He wrote the critically acclaimed Native American crime drama Scalped. It's possible this is the real-life Pocahontas written to be stranded in Conan's fantasy world, but it could be more of Aaron drawing inspiration from the Native American woman's alias to create a new, fictional character here in King Conan number 3. In history, Pocahontas was given the name Princess Matoka by a company which brought her to England on tour due to her popularity. Not content with her real-life story, the company created a fictionalized version that framed her as the Princess of the Powhatan Empire of Virginia. Official description for King Conan, 2021, number 3. A beastly court. The mysterious princess of the Cursed Island reveals her secret to Conan, one powerful enough to rock the foundations of the king's journey. But will her temptation save the king, or lead to ruin? It won't matter if Conan can't survive the assault of the island's violent beasts. And, as one plan fails, what does Thothamon's newest scheme bring? Issue shows John Kent back in a time when he was a super son. He is holed up in a cave, with Batman and Nightwing stepping towards the entrance. John ends up startled by their appearance, shooting his heat vision towards them. Nightwing rises to the occasion, removing his and Batman's masks to look less threatening and approaches the young hero while Bruce calls Superman. Nightwing is also seen comforting John, giving him a lollipop taken from Batman's utility belt. Batman designed his persona to prey on and instill fear in his villains, but that isn't who he is all the time. Batman's family is as large as it is because he continually adopts new sidekicks and young heroes into it. When they have had hard times, he has been a mentor, as well as a source of comfort. He has been able to bridge his own emotional damage and crime fighting with the role of father and teacher to each Robin, Batgirl, and Batman. To do so, he couldn't always be scary, but understanding and compassionate of each of their plights. While Batman could simply have a sweet tooth, it doesn't seem likely that his utility belt would have lollipops just because he enjoys the occasional candy. This is likely a tool he has for situations where children are involved and need comfort during scary, or even traumatic, events. Part of Robin's role is to be a brighter counterpart to Batman, a role which Dick Grayson is still playing even in a different mantle. This is something he likely learned and honed with the help of Batman, allowing him to be a friend and source of comfort to his adopted siblings, as well as other young superheroes, like John Kent. In 1992, Marvel Comics embarked on its first trip to the dystopian far future of 2099, and fans discovered a new age of Marvels filled with fascinating takes on their favorite heroes such as the X-Men, the Avengers, and of course, Spider-Man. Presenting a twisted corporate-run society and the inspiring characters who sought to overthrow it, the stories set in Marvel 2099 had a tremendous impact on readers, and now 30 years later, Spider-Man 2099, Exodus will revisit this rich world in a saga that will revolutionize its role in the tapestry that is the Marvel Multiverse. Beginning in May's Spider-Man 2099, Exodus, Alpha Number 1, this all-new limited series will be written by Steve Orlando and brought to life by an all-star lineup of artists from throughout Marvel Comics, including Paul Fry, David Wachter, Marco Castillo, Z.E. Carlos, Alessandro Mercola, and Kim Jacinto. The story will kick off when a Celestial falls to Earth, bringing a glimmer of hope to this broken world. Sensing a chance for real change, fan-favorite hero Spider-Man 2099 will undertake a journey that will bring him into contact with all corners of the Marvel Universe, from Asgard to mutant kind. Each issue will shift focus to a new character or team, debuting exciting new characters along the way such as 2099 Winter Soldier, a new version of 2099 Loki, and new members of the 2099 X-Men. Recontextualizing the core elements of the 2099 mythos, Spider-Man's quest for a better tomorrow will be a perfect entry point for 2099 newcomers and an essential chapter for those who have enjoyed past 2099 adventures. After fighting battles across the time stream, Miguel O'Hara is at last back defending his present and the world's future. For Spider-Man 2099, the only thing constant about life in Nueva York is change. So when a cataclysmic crash creates a new Garden of Eden in what was once the American wastelands, Spider-Man knows exactly what the next atrocity will be. Watch as the mysterious group known as the Cabal plans to set society ablaze, and find out which Marvel villain is leading them in Spider-Man 2099 Exodus, Alpha Number 1. Then in Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Number 1, meet the Winter Soldier of 2099, aka Winter Soldier 13. It's not just the Cabal who is hungry to control the garden. Salvaged from the black market as a child, the Winter Soldier, raised on mad science, is bent on vengeance and rebirth. What power will she find in the garden, and how will she use it? Also coming in May, witness Loki 2099 in Spider-Man 2099, Exodus Number 2. The Prince of Lies, last survivor of Asgard's Ragnarok, sponsored by Alchemax's Aesir program, is now the Prince of Outcasts. While the Cabal preys upon society's dregs, Loki schemes to resurrect Asgard on his own terms. But when Loki's involved, can mischief be far behind? What's the secret of Loki's last trick, and how does it affect the future of Asgard and Midgard alike?